Hi, I'm John Levey with Peter Bodo for Tennis.com's Quick Hits. Pete, let's talk Tennis.com's Zurich Open. It went in looking like it could be a Serbian showdown between Jalena Janokovic and Annie Ivanovic, but Venus Williams came in and stole the show.
Yeah, well, Ivanovic and Jankovic, they've played a lot. They've played all year, basically, both girls. Ivanovic has had some injury problems. Jankovic really has been there all the way through and really made a big push in a fall. So that's not that surprising. It's good news for Venus, though. She's making a good late-season surge here. She has no shot at becoming #1 at the year-end championships. However, let's say she wins that event. Let's say she finishes real strong, moves up a couple more spots in the ranking. She's well positioned for a good start to next year at the Australian Open.
Venus took out Ivanovic in 3 sets, great match, and then in the final she beat Panetta, who had beaten her the last 3 times. What did you see from her this tournament that was different from the past?
Well, I think Venus at her best just got great court coverage. And, Panetta is one of those kind of players who you've got to be able to move the ball around. You've got to move well to beat a Panetta. And that record that you mentioned, Panetta, 3 wins over Venus, that's nothing to scoff at. Plus, of course, she had Ivanovic, beat her in 3 sets earlier on. And Ivanovic is making a push here at the end of the year. She had hopes of getting the #1 ranking. So this was really a high-quality win for Venus.
Jankovic did come up short this tournament, but she did lock up the #1 ranking for the year. She hasn't won a slam. She has won a lot of smaller tournaments. Do you think she's a deserving #1 for 2008?
I've changed my mind about that. I used to think that basically it was, kind of wrong for a player to end up #1 for the year without having won a Grand Slam. But the bottom line is it's a computer points system. So, if you get the points, it's yours. Now, thankfully, we don't have a situation too often where you get a player, male or female, who does not win a Grand Slam but does get the #1. In fact, that hasn't happened in the men's game since the computer rankings were instituted. So, I'm willing to give her a pass on this. I like the way she closed out the fall. And, there's a lot to be said for a player who gets out there, gives her all, says after the U.S. Open, which she had a great tournament, gets to the final, but she doesn't say, well, okay, I'm going to put my feet back, see what happens at the championships, where she says, you know what, I really want that #1 ranking. I'm going for it. If I get the points, it's mine, and nobody can say she didn't earn it.
And let's see if she can carry it over into 2009. Well, that wraps up Tennis.com's Quick Hits. I'm John Levey with Peter Bodo.